Alrighty, third Saturday, October. It's really bright out, real sunny actually. Excessively high winds though. I mean heavy south winds, and I don't have any cameras in this area. I know there's deer here, there's corn. I can see it right from right here. I can see the edge of it, so it's maybe 200 yards from me. There's hay right behind me, but it's just so bright right here that you gotta be motionless for hours. Thankfully I only got about 3 hours before the sun actually goes down. So I'm hoping I can get a doe in here. I mean, obviously I'll shoot a big buck if I get a chance, but I'm really wanting to fill a doe tag. So hey, we're gonna sit down and see what happens, and we may not see anything. We may see everything, I don't know. Finally starting to the wind died right off. And the sun's going down. It'll be down here in a couple more minutes. I thought I kept hearing something out in front of me. I don't know. It could have been a squirrel. I heard the leaves rustling. I can hear two bucks down there smashing their horns together. I could hear them just going at it. I kept hearing something down there. And all of a sudden I hear the antlers come together, just like somebody's rattling, but I know they're not. We'll see them bucks before it gets dark, I'm sure. I can hear it walking. They both walked by me at 22 yards on a path right there. I can see them out in the field eating. If I was at my house, I could look out my front window and I'd see them. First one I think was only a 7-point, but he might have broken the tine out of it. I was too busy trying to video. The second one is real narrow, but he has really long brow tines. I heard them fighting down there. I knew that's what it was. Then I grunted and snorted wheezed. So when they heard that, they knew there was another buck up here. And they walked right by, man. That was pretty cool. I'm still gonna shoot a doe if I get a chance. I've seen both of them, but I got them both on camera, on trail camera. And that long brow tine, that narrow rack 8-point. I've actually run into him about a half a mile up over the top the first day of the season. Well, I'm gonna sit down. Maybe I'll get a doe or a bigger buck to come through. That's a little bigger buck right there. It's coming right here, right here. That one tall 8-point with the tiny brow tines is not too far from me, and I seen another deer go through. I just called Faith, my beautiful wife, and she's going to get on the four-wheeler and drive along the edge of our yard and down into the field to pick me up. That way the deer won't know that I'm in this stand. They hear four-wheelers a lot. It'll spook them, but that's what I'm hoping, just to get them away from me until I get out, because that's 3 rack buck the first time I hunted this stand. I had one doe last night come in. Messed that up. Had one doe come in this morning, or start to come in, and she caught me moving the camera. So I'm 0 for 2 on the does. But you can see the cornfields, they picked them last night. And we got a good south wind. And we haven't been able to hunt this and see very much on a south wind because the stand's right in the edge of the woods. And now it's wide open. So I'm really hoping once I get back in the back of that stand, it'll give us a little bit better of a hunt. Obviously we're looking for a big buck, but I'll shoot a doe, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's get her done, man. It's gonna come out right there, I'm gonna shoot it right there. Or right there. Maybe right there. Wow. That little fart was on top of me before I even seen it. Got a buck right here. It's a little one. He's coming right toward me. There's 2 of them. Three little bitty bucks. One's a 6-point, 2 or 4 points. And I got that little button buck standing right under me, right here behind me. 3 little bucks have been out here for about half an hour. About 80 yards from me, I just had a big doe and a fawn come out into the corn stubble. Unfortunately, they're working away from me. But there's 3 bucks, little bucks. They've got to be running after her. There they go. That big doe's working right toward me. Yes. Oh, I smacked her good. I really tried to take my time. Settle my 30-yard pin right on her. And it looked like it was going low, but it stuck her pretty hard. And then all the other deer just kind of jumped and looked around. They didn't know what happened. She ran out with the arrow sticking way out of her. I hope I got enough penetration. I just looked at the video. I smoked that deer. Looks like it hit her right in the heart. I shot a little low. She was moving out so quick, and I just went with my mouth just to stop her. Because it's so quiet, I didn't want to. I was already at full draw, and I had to put my hand down and push the camera over to get her on video. So she's in the bottom of it, but you can see the arrow tapped her. Whew. Kaboom. That's a dead deer. That's a dead deer. I'm just going to sneak down through here and see if I can see anything. I don't know for sure where she went out. If I have to come back with lights, I will. But I got a small group I got to lead first. So, trying to keep an eye out because my arrow stayed in her. So I know. I didn't get a lot of penetration. But I'm thinking I got enough penetration to get into her lungs. So I want to keep an eye out for the light. And when I get down here a little further, I want to keep an eye out where there might be blood on the ground. Okay, I just found where she went in the woods. There's lots of blood. Right there's my knock right there. I just caught her. It looks like that knock's moving. Much as I hate to do this, I'm gonna have to come back after dark. All right, it's been a long time since I shot that deer last night, but I'm working my way out. I watched where she bedded down. I could see my arrow sticking out of her, and I went back 2 hours later and she was gone, and I couldn't find any blood. So I waited for it to get really good in daylight, and I'm on my way out now. She lays right under that tree. There she is. She's gonna be stiff. Fairly stiff. Not bad. Can you believe it? We got her. My stand is probably only 75 or 80 yards. She did a big horseshoe. She laid down in that grass, and then she got up and made another 60 yards probably. And she's not a huge doe, but she's an adult, so we got a deer. And I gotta get her field dressed and get her iced down because it's pretty warm. So, all right, man, thanks for watching. Till next time, God bless you. Hunt hard,
and hunt safe, and always remember, appreciate what God's giving you, because there's no guarantee it's going to be here tomorrow. Take care.
Okay, it is the evening of the 13th of November. Got about an hour and a half left of daylight. It's not as long as I was hoping to be able to hunt this evening, but we're gonna make the best of it. Sitting in a stand I haven't been in all year. Had a little bit of traffic on this lately, so hoping I can catch a doe, maybe a nice buck walking through. I just took a shot. Oh, he walked almost right under me. I couldn't get him. Couldn't get him on camera very well. Shoot. I'll be honest, I was really discouraged after I shot him because I could see my arrow sticking out of him on my way back, and I've had a tough couple of years with bow, and I was just afraid I shoulder bladed him. I hope I didn't, but we've got decent blood down here.
Decent. Holy cow, there's just blood everywhere. Look up here, Levi. Look at that.
My hope is that it went through well and got stuck on his other shoulder, and that's why I saw my arrow sticking out of him. He's not a monster buck, but he's all by myself, and I was trying to film, which was really tough. He just turned at the last. I thought I was going to get him right on camera, and he walked right under me. I couldn't believe it. He walked right underneath. I could have spit on him. But I was trying to determine, do I try to move the camera or just get this buck? And I decided to try to get him, so I'm really hoping I just made a good hit on him.
Right down through. Hey.
Right, here's the
Oh my goodness. There is blood. There's blood a good foot up it.
That should save me about $50.
It's only $20 an arrow.
That's $25. Well,
Kinda looks like there's bubbles all over it, like it's long.
maybe I did get a clean pass through on the first side and get stuck in the back shoulder.
Okay, see. Went across the creek right there. Okay, went across the creek.
Looks like he crossed the creek. There's actually blood on a rock in the creek. So that's always good. It looked like, oh, he dropped his glove too.
A lot of bubbles in the blood.
A lot of bubbles in the blood.
Look at the blood right here, Levi.
Look at like he might have.
Look at that.
So that's a pretty good sign.
Went across them logs.
Looks like he might have jumped up right there.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Looks like we might have something up here.
Looks like a white belly.
Shh, be real quiet.
Oh, he looks wide.
It looks like him.
He's
dead, okay?
Oh, look at the beam on the other side.
Like I said, well, he's not quite Pope and Young, but he's the biggest one I've ever got with my bow, and I got him all by myself. And I saw him. I didn't get video of it because he popped out so fast. There was 2 deer that popped out about 2/4 of the way up the hill, about halfway, and I thought he looked like a buck, and sure enough, I thought it was a doe, but it ended up being, you'll see on the video, but I thought it was a doe walking in, and it ended up being a little buck. And I was videoing that thing, and all of a sudden, up from the corner, I've hunted this stand 2 or 3 times in the past where a buck has all of a sudden come up out of the creek bed, just in that corner at about 40 yards, 35, 40 yards. And I think I got pretty good video of him coming in, and I bleeded behind me. Kind of bleeded behind me to get the little buck's attention about 5 minutes before that, and I think that might have been what pulled him out looking for a doe. He has a nice sized body, which I'm really happy about. I'm real disappointed that I didn't get him on the camera. I thought for sure he was gonna stay on the line he was, but he ended up, you'll see it, angling right towards me. I didn't get video of the shot, which is disappointing to me, but I'm very just excited to get, I know I don't seem excited, I'm more just relieved because I've had a really tough couple of years hunting bow, and I mean, he's not the prettiest rack. Just like to thank the Lord for allowing me to do this, and my wife for letting me come out. I had about an hour and a half of daylight, and I asked her if I could come out after our church small group, and she let me do it. So while we're looking for this, she's feeding our baby at home, so I really appreciate her letting me do this, and I'm just very thankful. And I'm just very relieved to be able to do this. And I know I didn't get it with my dad, but he's been helping me every step of the way. This is one of the first hunts that he hasn't been able to make it out, but he helped me come track it and find it, and I'm just very thankful. And
All right, hey.
It's the biggest one I've gotten with a bow, and I'll take it.
It's a good one.
So.
Getting him in the creek's gonna be the easy part.
Yeah, get him up out of there. Well, luckily, it didn't just rain for the last 3 days.
Get him across here quick. I don't want to get too much water in him. I want to watch this.
Maybe.
Okay, certified basic archery instructor. Show them kids how you get a deer out of the creek.
That's what you want to do, is when you shoot them, make sure they don't run over the creek.
Dude, he went less than, I bet he went less than 100 yards, and probably even less than that. Look at the size of that beast. Dude, he's longer than you are.